They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Ball again. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's May. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. With a big-time sack on 3rd down, it's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Now the first carry here for their running back. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Herbert. Oh, and that is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's May. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down at 7. They'll run with Allen. Sheds him off at the 45. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now they'll change things up. They stay on the ground with Allen. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the... Three. 10 more there and another 1st down.
First down, New York.
We're scoreless after 1.
First quarter with no score.
The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion right, that's Wilson. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. No gain on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Now a carry for Allen. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. To the air, May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. A third down gain of 19.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Throwing here is May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. From the shotgun, May with it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both of these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On is the Chargers punter now. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And the Jets will take over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. In motion goes the tight end. To throw, it's May. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Tui Pelotu. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. The Charger drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd down and 4.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Herbert now.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
53 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Play action. May.
This pass complete to Higgins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. May. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
They'll throw with May.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. Down to the 10.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Ladd McConkey
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers 7.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Herbert going to change the play here.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Right back to him on 1st down. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
And now they'll shift things around.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
21. 59. Home trips right. Crowd right.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Home trips right. Baylor tight. 21. Ready.
Herbert throwing again. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Allen. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down is May. He's got his target. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Allen. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun, it's May.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's still on his feet. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On play action, May.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Travis Jones,
The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
from the gun, they'll try to run it.
Shedding through the defense. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. He's got a man. Complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown. McConkey. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game.
pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll drop to throw.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Racing to the end zone. That's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Dobbins.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves them much closer to the goal line now for third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal. Dobbins once more. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with first and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rivers free. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Allen, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Here now, 3rd down.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third down and 13.
He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Back to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Higgins.
26 yards.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Extra point forthcoming. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter, as the kick is away here. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Hey, Kappa.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Hey, go Lion. 59. Bowman trips right. Crowd right. Ready?
Herbert to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
What a call right there. That is so well executed offensively. A massive play in this game. And now all of a sudden, they are in field goal range. And with a chance to walk out of here winners.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Set.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So nothing of importance there, just the season on the line, and he puts it home to likely get him through to the division round.
If you're a fan, you're watching this one with your hands over your eyes. But if you're a kicker, this is what you practice for all season long. And this one was never in doubt.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Here's first down. Back to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said.